Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm playing Slay the Spire. This time on Slay the Spire, our challenge run is essentially the same as the Who Needs Relic in-game achievement. We can never have more than one relic. It's technically very slightly harder than that achievement, because that achievement only checks at the end of your run, and this one we can never have more than one relic, but it's basically the same. We are going to be playing on, or as, the Ironclad for our first run. The Ironclad is actually the only one that has done this challenge and won in my attempts at this challenge. So the Ironclad is won at Ascension 3. We are going to push that up to Ascension 6, as I have been doing with basically all of my challenge runs these days. So we're going to try to beat Ascension 6, only having one relic. And let's start with the Ironclad. So, we cannot take a couple of these options. So we can't actually take this one because we get a rare relic. We already have Burning Blood, so then we would have two relics. We can't take that one. But also, this last option is a very dangerous one, because one of the boss relics gives you 4 relics. So we can't take this last one because it could invalidate the run at the very beginning. So, our only options are choose a card to obtain, or obtain 3 random potions. Both of them are kind of nice. Let's look at where we're going in the act. So, elites are much less valuable than they normally are because they no longer give you relics, but they do give you rarer cards and more money than a normal battle. So it's still fine to go after elites, it's just that it's not going to be the same as it usually is where I really want to go after elites. I do want to... Let me think about this. There's a couple of options. One of these options is this one, going straight for the Burning Elite early. The reason I would do that is because there's 2 fireplaces, several events, and a fireplace followed by a shop at the end. That's quite nice. We would be forced to take a shop at the beginning, though. On the left paths, there's kind of 2 left paths that have 2 elites with a fire in the middle, and nothing really else that I particularly care about for the rest of the act. I would really like to have more fireplaces, more places we could upgrade cards. So I think I am going to go after the right path. There are a couple of early shops, but how much are we really going to do at the early shops? Because we're going after an early Burning Elite, I kind of want to obtain 3 random potions. That would basically solidify that early elite. Let's do that. So 3 random potions. You know, blood potion's not too bad. Heal ourselves. Power potion is good. And liquid bronze is fine. It's good against very particular things, not usually the elites of Act 1. So, let's start and try to figure out what we're doing. So without any relics, one of the things that we have to think about over the course of this run is the fact that we're never going to have more energy than our starting energy, except through cards. Let's see here. I do want to play a defend. Do I want to play the bash or 2 strikes? Probably the bash. Let's do the bash. That means we could win next turn if we draw 3 strikes, which we did. So we win next turn. Great. I usually like Pummel Strike. I usually like Pummel Strike because the upgrade draws 2 cards. That's quite nice. The Flex is not what I would start with. The True Grit is an interesting place to start. I don't know. I think I'm starting with Pummel Strike. It's not my favorite starting one, but let's start with it. So this is a nice one. I actually am fine with all 3 of these options at this point in the run. Removing a card is always nice, so we can remove starting deck cards. Transforming a card is another way to remove a starting deck card, but you add it with something random, and grow is always nice, especially since we just added something that would be nice to upgrade. I think I'm going to choose transform, because this gets rid of one of our starting cards, a strike, and gives us something that might give us something to build toward. A rampage. Well, rampage is not something that you normally build toward, but we could build toward it. It's possible. So I'm thinking about hitting that right one with a bash and a pummel strike. Does that kill it? I think it leaves it at 1 health, unfortunately, because the bash makes the pummel strike do 50% more, but I think that adds only 4 more. So the pummel strike does 13, that's 21. This effectively has 22 health. Yeah, so sad. So I think we're just going to do... Well, let's start with a pummel strike. I guess no matter what, we should start with a pummel strike. And then we defend. Well, unfortunately, we're taking some damage no matter what we do. But I guess we'll limit that damage as much as we can. And of course, we end this one. Dexterity Potion. Unfortunately, we have no need for more potions. Dexterity Potion isn't my favorite though, so I'm happy to leave that one on the floor. Dark Embrace. Ooh, getting a Dark Embrace early is pretty nice. I will certainly take an early Dark Embrace over an early Heavy Blade. These are kind of two ways that you could bring an Ironclad deck. You know, they go towards two sub-themes that you can have in an Ironclad deck, but I feel like the Exhaust sub-theme is much easier to build around, especially with not having more energy, which we're never going to have because we can't have more relics that give us more energy. And I guess there's no reason not to go to another normal enemy before the shop. Yeah, just in case we actually do care about that shop. Let's take 2 damage here, use our Rampage. And I guess we defend, and Pummel Strike. I guess we start with Pummel Strike. And defend, as it were. Heal up all the way. We get a Power Potion. We haven't used any of our potions yet. I think I prefer a Power Potion over that Thorns Potion. It's surprising to have gotten 2 potions already from fights, by the way. Because of the fact that we took Dark Embrace, I'm much more interested in taking True Grit. I would normally lean towards the Cleave at this point, but I think I'm going to lean in and take the True Grit. That means that we pretty much have to upgrade that True Grit. So we can't buy any relics, we couldn't afford them anyway. Shrug It Off for only 25 is not so bad. And of course I would be happy to remove a card. Let's take the Shrug It Off and remove a card. What do I want to remove? In some ways I want to remove a Defend, because we added a True Grit and a Shrug It Off. Let's remove 1 Defend. And I think that we pretty much have to upgrade the True Grit, because the True Grit gets so much better with an upgrade. Being able to exhaust a specific card, very important. We also kind of really want to upgrade Dark Embrace, by the way. So they've got extra health. Dark Embrace is really important in this fight. So we're going to play it. And I think we're taking that 6 damage. I really should use a Power Potion here too. Demon Form is quite nice. Yeah, let's do a demon form. And hit you. Take the 10. We have to defeat one of the left or right ones just to limit how much damage we're going to take in this one. So let's hit you for 11. I do want to True Grit one of the strikes, probably. And then we will strike you as well, I think. So we're taking another 11. So we've taken 21 in this fight. I'm hoping that's the end of it, though. Clearly is not, because we can't stop it this time. So let's defend and rampage. The Pummel Strike kills you. The Shrug It Off, we could just do a defend. I think I'd rather do defend, looking at what's on my next turn docket. Let's start with a True Grit. I'm going to True Grit this strike, even though the strikes are getting pretty good. And then we'll Pummel Strike and defend, sure. And we draw an extra 5. Alright. I really want to defend Rampage this turn. Probably. Although Rampage Strike. Rampage Strike defeats the right one. Alright, we'll do that. Especially since we draw an extra 3 this turn. And Rampage almost kills you, but we've got a strike. Nice and easy. Blood Vial. Can't take that. Remember not to take that. We'll take the Emerald Key, though. Don't want to ruin my run already. So the Immolate is pretty nice. The Immolate is pretty nice, especially because the True Grit is a way that we could exhaust the burns that we add. I don't mind that. Let's take an Immolate. And shall we upgrade our Dark Embrace? I think we want to. It's not the most important thing to upgrade for Act 1, but I think we're fine in Act 1. So let's upgrade the Dark Embrace so that we can really move into making the deck that we're trying to make. Okay, so we'll open this for the gold and the sapphire key. Can't take the relic. Ho-ho, we could get some loot. Ooh. If we search and find loot, is there any chance that we get a relic from the loot? I don't remember. And not remembering means that I'm going to leave, because I don't know if I could actually invalidate the challenge if I searched. So we're not going to search, we're just going to leave, so that we don't accidentally invalidate our challenge. I don't remember if you can get the relic. Okay, well, let's get some more money, I guess. Skip the relic. We found 2 events, which I would normally be very happy with, because both events are a way to get an extra relic that you normally wouldn't be able to get with what you see on the map. This one gave you an additional elite. This one gave you a straight-up relic. And unfortunately, we are in a run that those are bad for us. So we smith again. Immolate is a really nice one to smith. 7 more damage. I've always said that I wanted to smith this Pummel Strike. Let's smith the Pummel Strike. I think drawing an extra card is really nice. Okay, we could gain 175 gold for doubt. We would spend 100 of that to remove the doubt, is the thing. So it would be plus 75 gold, and also future removals would cost more. Don't think that's great. So let's just disagree and leave. When there's a shop right after that event, it's normally the best time to consider that. Woohoo, we found a Feel No Pain in the shop. I'm happy about that. Let's buy the Feel No Pain. And then, do we also buy a Havoc? Because Havocs are fun, and they go with our exhaust theme. You know, Havocs are fun and they go with our exhaust theme. It's even on sale. I'll take one. And then we leave. And we smith again. So we could smith our Havoc, we could smith our Feel No Pain, but I really think we should smith this Immolate. Especially for early Act 2. I want that Immolate upgraded. And to the boss. I see a Feel No Pain and Dark Embrace in our opening hand. Let's start there. Sad that we don't get to play the Immolate. We might want to play the Power Potion here. I honestly don't know if we want a Power Potion for this boss. We probably do. I don't think we really deal damage fast enough. So let's take the Power Potion and get a Demon Form. Evolve is not a terrible one for this boss either, but let's get the Demon Form. That will certainly allow us to do damage quickly in this boss fight. We only have one defend. That's unfortunate. Alright. Taking a lot of damage here, just because we drew poorly. That one card is a Rampage, not the thing that you want to burn with Havoc, so we're not going to burn that with Havoc. Instead, we're going to play a True Grit, and actually, we could play Pummel Strike. I don't mind burning any of those. So let's play the Pummel Strike. Actually, we really want... I'm going back and forth between different options. Alright, let's play True Grit. Burn a Strike. That draws us the Rampage. I want to play that Rampage, so that it goes in our discard pile before we play Pummel Strike, shuffling the discard pile. Thinking True Grit blocks for everything, so we can True Grit another Strike, play an Immolate, or play Rampage. The Immolate does more, but the Rampage gets bigger. Well, since we don't have another one cost that we care to play, let's do the Immolate. Shrug It Off blocks for everything as long as we don't draw a burn. Alright. And unfortunately, we just have defense to play. So perfect time to do True Grit. Yeah, let's do the True Grit to burn the burn. And then Pummel Strike and Rampage. Great. This might be a time that we do Havoc. Let's do Havoc. Hey, I don't mind burning the Bash, honestly. And I think I'm going to just defend this turn. And then this turn we're going to do a lot of damage, because we're going to Pummel Strike and Rampage. And then, does the Strike win? It does. Great. Okay, we made it through Act 1 with only one relic. The challenge only gets more difficult from here, though, because in Act 2... Ooh, we got Corruption. Alright, well, we're going to take Corruption real quick. In Act 2, you're expected to have relics from Act 1, specifically a boss relic, which we're just going to skip. So... in Act 2 and Act 3, you're kind of expected to have passive abilities that we just don't have. So things are going to get harder from here. Significantly harder, probably. I do want to focus on a lot of fireplaces. I really want to upgrade cards, and now that we have a Corruption, I'm very happy with taking more skills into our deck. We could go this way, hit this... and hit a bunch of fireplaces and a couple question marks. Don't mind that. let's go up here so that we see some more cards, and then hit up fireplaces and that shop. Start with a Pummel Strike. So there's a Dark Embrace. I feel like we need to play that, even though I do want to block. We should play our Dark Embrace in this one. And, you know, perfect time to place Corruption. So, we play the Feel No Pain. Now, every time we play a skill or exhaust one of those dazed, we get block. Let's exhaust this strike as well. And then let's play the Immolate. Alright, so we've got a bunch of dazed in our deck. The dazed give us block. The Havoc can burn one of those. I'm happy with that. Let's burn one of those. Do we want to play the Shrug It Off? I think we'll save the Shrug It Off in case we need it, because we've got enough block from other things. I really want to play Bash Immolate, but we'll never be able to do that. So I guess we just do Immolate Strike. And win. With 2 strikes, because I was weakened. Don't really want any of these. Clash does not work well in a deck that has a bunch of status things and skills. Metallicize is not the most important of powers. It also doesn't go with the theme we're going for. And Hemokinesis has a big number on it, but otherwise doesn't do much. Skip them. I do like the Immolate here. Unfortunately, we don't have much block. So I guess we Immolate and defend. I'm thinking about the Havoc, and Havoc could do good things, but it could do also almost nothing if we played it. We could do a Pummel Strike. Pummel Strike doesn't kill anything. Let's play the Havoc. Okay, now the Pummel Strike kills you. And we shrug it off to get as little extra damage as possible. We got our Dark Embrace, but of course it's kind of too late to play it. We cannot win with Pummel Strike, Strike, Strike. But if we Pummel Strike, we might get things to block or win. We did not. We did not get either of those things. Alright, well, I guess we'll Strike, Strike and be kind of sad that we're taking 18 additional damage. That one went very poorly. So the Power Through is a nice one. It's another thing that adds statuses in our deck, which, you know, it could be good or bad. It's bad if we can't get rid of the statuses. And with Corruption, we might not be able to, exactly. Power Through is normally considered a very good card, though. I'm thinking about it. The fact that we can't get any of the cool synergies for this type of deck in forms of relics means that the Power Through is worse, because those relics don't exist for us to get. I'm thinking of... What relics am I thinking of? Can't think of their name. I can think of their effects. So, oh, the Dead Branch is one of them. So Dead Branch means that when we exhaust a card, we get a new card. That is wonderful with Corruption. Also good if you're exhausting a wound, you get a new card. There's also relics related to exhausting, or relics related to having status cards, like one that the medical kit allows you to play a status card and exhaust it. So both of those make power through a lot better in this type of deck. I think I might actually decide not to take power through, which is a little weird. It's a little weird, but I guess I'm going to. We'll skip it. Immolate kills the right one. Maybe we should do Shrug It Off first. And then play Immolate. Take 10 damage? Sure. Glad we have a blood potion up there, by the way. That blood potion is making me a lot happier than what we could be into. Especially because we can only block for 5 this turn. We are going to do that. We are going to block for 5. Do I want to get rid of my True Grit and my Defend? I guess we will. Just so that we don't take damage this turn. There's the Feel No Pain. That's important for us with what we're doing. And let's play the Havoc. We exhausted a strike. I'm fine with that. Now we just have to get back to our things that allow us to win, which we haven't been doing very much. I think we should start with Rampage so we knock one of those down, and then do Pummel Strike. The Dark Embrace is fine, but we're out of things that actually exhaust cards. So it doesn't do anything anymore. Which I guess that means we just play Strike, try to end this battle as quickly as we can. So, ending this battle as quickly as we can. Let's play Pummel Strike. And then we play Blood Potion so that we don't immediately die. Yeah, alright, well, at least we don't immediately die. We're going to have to heal, though, which is unfortunate. An upgraded Iron Wave. Is that worth it? Versus a True Grit? The True Grit might be just better to add than the Iron Wave, but the Iron Wave gives us a block card that doesn't get exhausted. I'm going to take the Iron Wave. We can transform 2 cards. I like transforming 2 cards. We can't take the special relic, obviously. The Jax is not terrible, but let's transform 2 cards. I'm going to transform 2 strikes. Because if they become skills, that's actually good for us, probably. They did not. They became a Searing Blow. Well, the Infernal Blade is a skill, I guess. But it's kind of an attack as well. Searing Blow is not great, considering we're probably not going to upgrade it. Okay, we can't take the relics. Always remember not to take the relics. Seeing Red is quite nice. I like Second Wind. What if we take Seeing Red and we remove a card? Let's do that. Or we could take Seeing Red and Sever Soul, which is a way to get rid of... It's a way to get rid of the burns after we've exhausted everything that we can exhaust things with Corruption. Okay, I've changed my mind. Seeing Red, Sever Soul. That's what we're going for here. And maybe a relic? Or not a relic, a potion, I mean. Could take a potion. I don't mind taking a potion. Let's take an explosive potion. I think of the what am I trying to say? Of the elites that we would run into, the explosive potion probably helps us the most of those potions. And then we've got to rest because unfortunately we have so little health. And we could die at this elite. Let's find out. This is one of the reasons why I chose the explosive potion. If we play corruption, it'd be good that we played corruption, but it's sad that we can't also play feel no pain. Let's start with the explosive potion. We know we want that. And then maybe we play corruption, shrug it off, and defend. And just take some hits. Seeing red gives us some options. Don't know if we want to play Havoc this turn, but we could. We could play Havoc. Let's certainly play the Seeing Red, though. Seeing Red, we're doing that. Let's play the Havoc too. Well, yeah, let's play the Havoc too. Immolate, alright. Actually quite nice, even though it removed the Immolate from the deck. Now we just have to figure out how we survive this turn, which starts with a Pummel Strike. And the Dark Embrace doesn't do anything when we don't have anything to exhaust in our hand. The Sever Soul kills this one, but then we still die. Yep, it looks like we die. Alright, well, that was a pretty early death. Pretty early death. Floor 24 with the Ironclad, with only one relic. We might come back to the Ironclad tonight, but we're going to move on to the Silent for now. So we lose at floor 24 with one relic. I really did think that that deck was going to get further than that. But let's try again with the Silent, staying on Ascension 6. Ooh, interesting. Interesting options. I really like the lose all gold, remove 2 cards option. That can get you to have a very small deck really early. And we could go to a couple of those, a couple of merchants and a couple of fireplaces. There's a bunch of fireplaces on the right path. Maybe we go the right path and go to a bunch of fireplaces. I like that. Let's get a small deck and upgrade it. So, to start with, we're going to remove 2 cards, strike, and defend. If we neutralize one of them, then we still have to play 2 defense. But that's fine. We can defeat the left one and hurt the right one, no problems here. And let's hope we get a fair amount of money, because we want money for the shop. I really like Piercing Wail. With the Ring of the Snake, we kind of want things like Slice in the deck, since that's our only relic that we're going to have. Let's take a Slice over a Piercing Wail at the very beginning, but I think that's only true for the very beginning that I would make that choice. Ooh, transform a card. Or remove. Or just remove. Let's remove. I'm going to remove another defend. So we can't choose the last one, not that I would normally choose the last one here. We're just going to get a max HP plus 5. The donut. Great, so we can kill the left one. Hello, Platinum Wyvern. Welcome to the stream. And we win this one no problem. Great, so we've taken no damage so far. That's always nice. The Sneaky Strike is definitely interesting. It definitely needs some additional help for it to be that great in this deck, but it's definitely interesting. We can pretty easily move towards a deck that uses Sneaky Strike well. And we already get to use Sneaky Strike well, as it were. So let's neutralize you. Let's Survivor, get rid of... Do I get rid of the Defend or a Strike? Let's get rid of a Strike. Try to continue not taking any damage. Great. And Sneaky Strike wins. Great. So still haven't taken any damage here. Prepared is kind of perfect for a deck that has Sneaky Strike in it. So let's take it. We do want to upgrade Prepared. Prepared is so much better upgraded. The Lagavulin. Lagavulin can be the silent worst nightmare on floor 6. It can be. The fact that we have the Flex Potion and we're not at a higher Ascension level, we're only at Ascension level 6, means this is not too bad. But Lagavulin can be pretty scary. I'm thinking that we use the Flex Potion now, and play all of our attack potions on turn 1. Or all of our attacks on turn 1. Let's do it. So Survivor makes Sneaky Strike free. And then we Strike, Strike, Neutralize. We've done a fair amount of damage. Now we need to try not to take too much damage. Let's put the Strike in our deck before we play Prepared. The Survivor is nice to see. Only taking 7. And this turn we are only taking 10. So we've taken 17 and we've gotten Lagavulin down to 39. That's pretty good. Pretty good for the first section of the Lagavulin fight. We are taking 7 more here, but we could win next turn. We are winning next turn. Great. We can't take the Pantograph, of course. Don't click it. I really want to, but we should not click it. Acrobatics is really nice here. Bullet Time is a way... Bullet Time is a way to deal with the fact that we don't have much energy. But I think we've got to take the Acrobatics. Acrobatics is really strong. I'm taking it above an early Bullet Time. Yes, I am. And let's go to the shop and all of those fires. I did not get enough money to remove a card at the shop. So sad. 1 money short from removing a card here. And there's not much here that we actually want. I do like Caltrops generally. It's good against the boss that we're at. So we could take a Caltrops. That's the only one I'm considering, is the Caltrops. So, Yellfishman asks, are you determined to win with the original relics as opposed to the starting option that gives a random relic in exchange for the original one? So one of the things I mentioned at the very beginning is that if you click that boss swap option for Niao, one of the things that can happen is you get the calling bell, which gives you 4 relics. So I'm not clicking that final option because it could actually invalidate the run at floor 0. So it's not that I wouldn't trade for a boss relic, it's that I don't want to make a choice that would immediately disqualify the run. And I think I will take the Caltrops here. What are we smithing? I really do want to smith the prepared. Prepared is probably the most significant thing in our deck to smith. Yeah, I think it is. And we open the chest to take the sapphire key. The kunai with a silent. Oh man, so sad to leave that behind. But there we go. Left that behind. We could play the acrobatics that makes sneaky strike free. No reason not to do that. And then we can even play prepared to dig even further into our deck, which means that we get to draw our sneaky strike again even sooner. And then the next question is, if we hit this creature one more time, is it at half health? It is not. So we're good. Prepared might give me a sneaky strike. It did. Wonderful. Which means we don't need the defense anymore, because we can sneaky strike, strike, neutralize, and we're splitting the slime. We can defeat either one of them. The left one is my least favorite of the spike slimes. It dies first. Let's play acrobatics, see if we get sneaky strike. Or just, you know, more random things to play. We could have another acrobatics, although tactician is perfect for this type of deck, especially since we can't take a boss relic that gives us more energy. Having a card in our deck that gives us more energy is really nice to have. So, tactician is wonderful. I could smith the tactician, but I think we should smith the sneaky strike, since it's our main attack card, and we're going to play it many, many times. Let's do that first, so we get a little bit more damage in our deck, really. Alright, another question mark room that gave me something that I can't do anything with. We are skipping the paper crane. Smith again. Should we smith tactician this time? It's either that or acrobatics. I think it's acrobatics. Draw one extra card. Drawing one extra card is huge. The golden idol, also a relic, so we leave the golden idol behind. We've gotten many, many events that offered me relics that I left behind. So, final smith before the boss. Smithing tactician looks pretty good, especially if we're going to make a very small deck. That seems quite nice to do. But I could also smith neutralize or caltrops. Both of those are kind of nice to do. Neutralize gives us 2 weakness, which is pretty nice. I think I will smith the tactician though. Let's get a small deck where we can play tons and tons of cards. Okay, this one is probably not going to go well for us, but it might not go too poorly. We did get caltrops on turn 1, that was important. We need to play our sneaky strike first. Almost did not do that. And so we're prepared for turn 2 in terms of dealing damage back. Not in terms of preventing the damage. So we get rid of the tactician, of course, and the strike, because we want to reduce as much damage as we can here. Okay, and now basically every time that we see acrobatics in our hand, it's worth playing. Basically every time. We don't really need the survivor because the defend does everything. Even not upgrading neutralize, we've already added 2 weakened because we can go through our deck so quickly. I like it. Prepared first, get rid of the tactician. I guess we're going to keep the defend because we prefer not to get too damaged here. And you can see that we've got 3 energy left still. We basically need something to do with that tactician energy, which we should be able to get. That should not be hard to find. Let's do acrobatics before prepared. Get rid of the tactician, then prepared. Prepared gets rid of the burn, of course, and then we play all of our strikes and slice. Acrobatics first. We can either get rid of the burn or the tactician. I guess we get rid of a burn. Yeah, I think we get rid of the burn rather than the tactician, because we're trying to reduce damage here. Unfortunately, we only have this defend and not much else to do this turn. And then this is another turn that could just kill us, really. This turn could kill us. Let's start with prepared. Get rid of those 2 burns. Alright, well, we can survive. So we will survive, but only barely. And then we should win this next turn, I think. Because I know we've got the acrobatics, and we should have our sneaky strike. Ooh, we didn't get the sneaky strike? Sneaky strike is the last card in the deck. How sad. Well, we still win, right? We still win. Entropic Brew is great when we have no potions in our belt. And Corpse Explosion is fine. It's a way to use our energy that we can produce. I wonder if we should go for Grand Finale. Grand Finale could be possible with a prepared and an acrobatics. We would certainly want something else that draws 1 card in the deck for Grand Finale to be worthwhile. But Grand Finale could be playable a lot more often than it normally would be. And Yale Fishman agrees with me. Alright, let's go for it. See if we can pull it off. And then we can't take any relics from that chest, so we'll just leave the chest behind. Now, where are we going here? I do want to go to events and shops because I'm thinking that we remove cards from our deck. And removing cards from the deck is probably the best thing that we can do to make our deck stronger. And then fireplaces, of course. We can go to a lot of fireplaces. Remember that elites don't give us as much as they normally would because we don't get the relics from them. So 4 fireplaces is quite nice. And we can go to a shop on the way. So let's do that. Survivor Sneaky Strike, of course, here. What are we discarding with Survivor, though? What are we not playing? Are we not playing Caltrops? We are playing Neutralize. Neutralize is not an option. I think I'd rather do Caltrops than Strike. So, there we go. I could open this Entropic Brew right now, but I'm going to wait on it. Acrobatics? Ho-ho! We already can play our Grand Finale, the very first battle that we have it. Alright, I guess it does work. How about that? I don't really want any of these cards. The heal hook is interesting because we do have neutralize to give weak, and heal hook could draw one card. And I did say I wanted something that could draw one card. But I don't know if it's heal hook. It could be. Because we have neutralize and we go through our deck so quickly, it could be heal hook. Fine. I'll take the heal hook. Start with acrobatics. Get rid of tactician. Grand finale is in our hand, and there's no way for us to draw enough cards for us to play it this turn. But we can play neutralize heal hook for just, you know, the typical benefit of neutralize and heal hook. And we can play prepared because we really want to draw the sneaky strike, which we did not draw. Do I want to play caltrops above a strike? Yes. Am I going to play both strikes? I don't know. We are going to play Survivor. We are going to play Slice. So let's start there. Caltrops above a strike? Yes. And then maybe we just defend. Sure, we just defend. Sneaky Strike comes when I have nothing that can discard a card. Funny how that happens. I still think I might want to play it, which means let's open our Entropic Brew. Entropic Brew did give me a way to kill one of them with the Fire Potion. So we could use the Fire Potion to kill one of them. And if we use the Fire Potion... Is the Fire Potion better than Energy Potion right now? Because we want to play Sneaky Strike. The Energy Potion allows us to play a Strike and Heal Hook, which is kind of equivalent to the Fire Potion. It's just, would we rather hold on to the Fire Potion or not? I think we'd rather hold on to the Fire Potion. So we're going to use the Energy Potion. This is not the... Oh my gosh. The math. The math was bad, alright. Math was bad. Sometimes the math is bad, and you've made the wrong decision. Whoops. I could have checked that I had the Grand Finale, but even knowing that I had the Grand Finale, I don't think there was a way for me to play it this turn. But I could have checked that I had the Grand Finale in there and thought about it. Oh well. We got a skill potion. It's good to get a potion after using 2 potions. I do really like Bouncing Flask. Bouncing Flask makes us a lot better at bosses. Let's take a Bouncing Flask. And then... So... this is unfortunate as an event. We could lose all of our gold, or we could fight, and we'd have to not take the relic that we get from this fight. Which is kind of the main reason that you fight, is for the relic that you would get at the end of this. But you know, I want my gold, so we're going to fight. Let's start with Prepared. Ooh, not a good hand. Not a good hand yet again. Let's get rid of a couple of defends and use a skill potion. Leg sweep is pretty nice. Phantasmal Killer is also really nice. Let's get the leg sweep though. The leg sweep allows us to not get hurt here and use our heel hook. And then strike, strike, strike. I guess we're gonna strike, 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 pointy. So, acrobatics is excellent. Acrobatics does shuffle my deck. Is there anything in my hand that I want when we shuffle? Not really. Get rid of the tactician. The sneaky strike is excellent here. I think we want to... I think I want to use Bouncing Flask and see where Bouncing Flask lands first. Alright, well, Bouncing Flask means that using the slice here is enough. And it also means that we really want to focus on Romeo next. Great. So Romeo, we can't kill Romeo this turn, right? If we play the Neutralize and Strike, that's 9 damage. I guess if we play the Caltrops, he dies this turn, but we still take the 12. So we can't kill Romeo this turn, which means if we just neutralize, Romeo dies next turn. And that means that we can Survivor and strike Bear. So Bear is the only one that's dealing me damage. And we have a terrible, terrible hand, especially considering that Bear has block this turn. Alright, we desperately need to remove some of these starting cards. The starting cards are really the main problem in our deck. Can we even stop that 15 attack? I don't know that we can. We did get Sneaky Strike. Do we have enough to win this turn? I think we do. Because the Sneaky Strike, Slice, the Bouncing Flask, and the Strike does it. Okay. Kind of barely got through that. We don't even get the red mask for our trouble. We could get Bane. Well-Laid Plans is really nice for a deck that has Grand Finale in it. It's also generally pretty good. Let's take Well-Laid Plans. And we might die at that elite. Let's find out. The Knowing Skull. The Knowing Skull is not what we wanted to see. The Knowing Skull is going to deal me at least 6 damage. We could take a potion and get 12 damage and go to 5. I think we just leave. This would be great if we had the health, but we don't, so we just leave. And we really need a good potion here. Actually, the Smoke Bomb might be what we need. Crazy. Because we could just Smoke Bomb past that elite, and we might be perfectly fine. Okay, we're doing that. We're taking Smoke Bomb, and we're removing a card. And we're removing probably a Strike. Until I have better defense in the deck than I do, I think we're removing Strikes. Alright. Yeah, we would very easily die here. I mean, I'm going to play it a little bit. I am going to play it until we know that we would get damaged without using a potion. So, I think we would already get damaged. Because the Neutralize Defend doesn't stop enough. Yeah, Neutralize Defend doesn't stop all of that. We would still get 5 damage. Alright, so we Smoke Bomb. Goodbye. Hello, Gale. Welcome to the stream. Now, we have to not die here as well. That's the next challenge. Don't die at the Centurion Mystic battle. Without any weakness, there's no reason to have Heal Hook in the hand. Since we can't play Grand Finale, we discard that. Alright. We must play Defend and Survivor. In fact, Defend and Survivor don't cause us to survive. If I did the math correctly. I did the math wrong. Great. I did the math wrong once for me and once against me. Granted, we're at 1. And we're frail. Hello, Alan. Welcome to the stream, and glad for the salute. As I can't see that we don't die here. We can block a total of 6, we can neutralize, and we die. Okay, well, that's as far as the Silent got. We died on floor 24 both times so far. Let's go back to the Ironclad and see if we can get past floor 24, the most dangerous of floors. That one I wasn't too surprised that we died as early as we did, just because it didn't seem like we had the damage in our deck that we needed. Aside from the one card that was hard to play. So, Ascension 6 with the Ironclad again. Only 1 relic. So we can't take the second option because this actually gives us a relic. So the second option is not allowed. The last option, as I've mentioned it before, but it's fair to mention, is that one of the boss relics ends up giving you 4 relics. So if we chose the last option, we could just lose. We could disqualify the run on floor 0. So I'm not going to choose the last option because of that. So I only have 2 options. We can take a rare card and a curse, or we can choose a colorless card. This will always be an uncommon colorless card. I'm probably going to choose the colorless card. Probably. In terms of the act, I really like this. By the way, 3 times in a row, we're fighting the Hexaghost. Crazy. I like this way through the act. We get lots of fireplaces. I think that fireplaces is really a nice way to go. When you've only got 1 relic, you really need upgraded cards. So yeah, let's choose the colorless potion. Or colorless card, I mean. See what we get. I really like Dark Shackles. I'll take a Dark Shackles, thank you. The Cultist. I should do Bash here. Having no relics, having only 1 relic, even though it's one of the... Oh, I could have won in that turn. Whoops. Even though it is one of the game's built-in achievements, it's actually quite hard. So it's very easy to underestimate this, especially with some of the other challenges that I've done. But you know, the in-game achievement is kind of meant for you to do on Ascension 0. Ascension 6 does make it a lot harder, and not getting the boss relic is very significant. What do we want here? We could go Shrug It Off. I do really like Evolve. Evolve works pretty well against the boss that we're going to be playing against, and it does make some cards better to take. Shrug It Off is just solid, though. You know what? Let's go for a potentially interesting play. Get the Evolve and see if we can get cards that really make it work. Alright, well, we're not going to reach inside that scrap ooze. We don't want relics anyway. And we're not going to take the golden idol. Alright. Apparently, even though I think that question mark rooms are good for this challenge, I think I'm wrong. I think question mark rooms are bad for this challenge. We got an evolve and a strike upgrade. Not bad. Maybe we should go into more... normal enemy battles, especially at the beginning. Maybe that's the right way to do this. I've just been noticing how many more relics are in question mark rooms than I think there are in question mark rooms. And it's been a surprising amount. So this turn we can bash strike, and we'll have basically 3 strikes next turn. Great. So second wind is pretty nice, especially if we do go down the path of having lots of status cards in our deck. Second wind is a way to make those status cards work for us. So it goes towards our previous pick. On the other hand, Hemokinesis does a lot of damage. And doing a lot of damage is also good. I'm gonna keep doing the let's see if we can build this deck pick though. Even though so far we haven't. And what do we upgrade? I mean, Second Wind is an easy upgrade. It does a fair amount more extra block than you usually get out of a block card upgrade, because it does 2 for each card you exhaust, rather than a flat 3. We can kill the right one this turn. Or we could not bother because we can kill it next turn, no problem, and just take off the roll-up from the left one. Well, I guess we're going to burn our Evolve to get a little bit of block, since we were 1 short of winning that turn. Barricade. Alright. That's interesting. We could get Barricade. Barricade with Second Wind is a little bit strange. But Barricade can be a quite nice card. It would be nice if we already took a Shrug It Off. Let's take the Barricade, though. So now that we've got Barricade, we can build a deck that turns defense into attack. Let's upgrade the Barricade. We open this for the money and the Sapphire Key. And we really need specific cards. We can't really take Orrery, even though it's actually what I want right now, is to look at lots of cards. Power Through is perfect for the deck that we've just started building, though. So we're going to take the Power Through. No question there. Fiendfire could be fine. Could be. Panic Button is not bad. Panic Button also is exactly as much money as we have. It's hard not to take a card that is exactly as much money as we have. Although Card Remove Service and Shockwave are also very good choices. Let's go down the crazy path that I'm going. I'm building a very specific deck, and that could fail if we just don't get the things. Another question mark room that just gives me a relic. Alright. I've either gotten very, very unlucky, or I was thinking incorrectly how many things would actually give me relics in question mark rooms. So we could Barricade Dark Shackles Second Wind. I think I like that. Barricade, Dark Shackles, Second Wind. There's the Power Through. And we'll play the Evolve. Alright, so our deck is kind of working in this battle. Is that because we just drew correctly? I don't know. But it's kind of working in this battle. No reason to play Power Through when you can't gain block from cards, by the way. There's another Power Through. All right. We're building a deck. We don't have one of the main features of a Barricade deck yet, though, which is Body Slam. Body Slam is a common card, so we should be able to run into it. But 2 Power Throughs with an upgraded Evolve and a Barricade and a Second Wind, we basically have block figured out in this deck already. Now we just need a way to turn our block into damage. Which there's a card for that. We just have to find that card. I think we should upgrade one of the Power Throughs. Although, how do we win against the boss? Having lots of block doesn't exactly win against the boss. I don't know. We need something, and hopefully this elite battle gives it to us. So there is a Power Through to play. Dark Shackles is kind of meaningless in this one, so let's just exhaust it early. And I don't think I want to add another set of wounds in the deck just yet. We could. The reason to do it is because we should have Evolve by then, and so those wounds turn into draws, but we'll have so many status cards in the deck that we probably don't care about that. There's the Barricade. And then let's block a little bit. Alright, so we're taking the 15 damage. In theory, we don't take any more damage here because we've got Evolve, Second Wind. Oh, the Second Wind, Second Wind didn't burn anything. Alright. In theory, we take only this 10 more damage. But now that we've got the Evolve, we should be drawing basically 10 cards every turn. And because we've got the Barricade, we should be putting a whole bunch of block out. The panic button prevents us from playing block for a couple of turns. Worth it. A couple of turns meaning the rest of that turn and this turn. Getting the Power Throughs and the Second Wind here was not great. And now we can get block again. All right. So we basically have a deck that after a few turns can just stop taking damage for the rest of the battle. That's not enough to win. We need something to actually deal damage to. Which means we've got to find cards to do that. I guess we strike you. Yeah, we don't actually need to block anymore. We just play all of our attacks for the rest of this battle. Because we already have block for like 5 more turns. Although Power Through Second Wind is fun. Alright, we can't take the Oddly Smooth Stone as much as we would like it. Dark Embrace is good. Impervious is good. Uppercut actually is an attack card that is pretty nice. It's hard not to take Dark Embrace when we exhaust as many cards as we do with Second Wind. It's hard not to take that. The Impervious is also good, and of course Uppercut actually gives us an attack card that we want to play. I guess I'm going to take the Uppercut because it's actually an attack card that we might need to play, and we'll even upgrade that Uppercut. So now we have one attack card that we want to play in the deck. Okay. Uppercut Strike, and there's our Barricade. So we're going to play the Barricade. As much as I would love to play Evolve, we really should play Power Through first. And we're taking 3 damage here. In theory, that's all the damage we're taking in this battle. As long as we can continue to add block, which at this point we should be able to continue to add lots and lots of block. Do we want to keep the Dark Shackles around? Not really. Let's get rid of the Dark Shackles. We need our Evolve so that when we draw these wounds or the burns, we actually don't get stopped by them from drawing the rest of our deck. Panic button is good here. There's the Evolve. Alright. So now we've basically got our setup. Now we just win very slowly, because our deck doesn't deal much damage. So the Uppercut and a Strike. Let's just focus on trying to win. There's the Second Wind. So perfect time to do Power Through. Power Through, Second Wind. Burn all of those cards. And now we've got a much smaller deck, with mostly burns and wounds, but in theory we can burn those away. Slowly. Whoops, don't go there. I'm going for the Strike. That was me accidentally right-clicking on the Hexaghost, which brought up my Bestiary mod. Now we've got a whole bunch of burn pluses, which are fine, because we can just power through Second Wind again. And now we are drawing most of the deck each time. We just need to burn more of these burns, basically. I would like to burn more of the burns, which requires us to draw this card that we didn't draw. But we know we're going to play that this turn. So let's just play it. Do we need the power throughs anymore? I don't think we need the power throughs anymore. Let's burn our power through. Now the rest of this is just attacking. We've got plenty of block. Let's just attack. The Second Wind can burn most of those cards. Everything except the Bash. Alright, a very slow Hexaghost battle. Clearly you can see the problem with the deck. We can block really well. But after we block, we need to turn that block into actual damage. We couldn't get Fiend Fire. That's another way to burn wounds and stuff. I like that. I don't really want Corruption for this deck. Yeah, let's take a Fiend Fire. That gives us another attack that we want to play. And then we can't add relics, so no reason to open that box. That box only contains a relic. By the way, there is actually a reason to open that box, because one of the relics is the upgrade to Burning Blood. You could get Black Blood, which would mean we still only have one relic. So there is actually a reason to open the box. That doesn't mean I'm actually going to open the box, though. I see fireplaces and a merchant. We just have to beat a burning elite. But 3 fireplaces and a merchant is pretty nice. It's 4 fireplaces, actually. Let's do that. We also get to go on a small normal enemy hunting spree, which is good. So power through Fiend Fire is one of the things that we can do with our deck. If we do power through Fiend Fire, how much damage would that deal? It would do 5 times 7, which is 35. I think this is a good time for us to play Blessing of the Forge, just so that we don't take damage in this battle. We've got a power through and an uppercut. And then this turn we should also have ways to not get damaged. The problem is, I guess we're going to second wind so that we burn the cards that don't deal damage. Because at this point, the question is, do we defeat this enemy? And I think the answer is no. We don't. It gets away. Steals our money. Oh, there it goes. Alright, we got it. It was a common card, so it was likely that we were going to find one. But there it is. There's the Body Slam. That makes the deck actually work. Now we can actually deal damage. We gain lots of block, and then we deal lots of damage. Let's play Evolve and Fiend Fire, because we don't really care for these cards. We are happy to burn those. Because we've already played because we've already played Evolve, playing both of these power throughs might actually be worthwhile. And there's the Barricade. The Barricade comes at a turn that we can only gain 5 block, which is unfortunate, but we'll gain the 5 block. We can gain a total of 9 block. We're going to keep gaining block instead of dealing damage. Okay, there's a second wind. That can burn things for block, and it's better than playing the defense. So burn those for block. We're still not getting more block than we're taking damage, which is a surprise with the deck that we have. But that's what's happening so far. I need to remove the strikes. The strikes are definitely the worst card in our deck at this point. So let's try to remove the strikes as our next priority. So there's a power through, a defend, and a body slam. Elixir. Elixir is really nice in this deck. We're going to use that on one of the harder battles. And no reason to get any of those. Skip those. These are all ways to gain relics. Let's attack. Attack Ran Wind. Man, there's so many ways to gain relics. I did not realize how many events actually give you relics until we were doing this. Let's weaken the snake plant. Play our barricade and an evolve. So we take 18 damage. That's pretty painful. At least we have our barricade. At least we have our barricade. We can gain a fair amount of block this turn. So we've got 50 block. We can't gain block this turn, which is unfortunate when we have the second wind. That's okay. We can play Dark Shackles, power through, defend. Get our block back up, and then all we need to do is draw our win condition, which we did not draw. Sad. We'll just burn these cards then. I would like probably one more body slam, but honestly, more body slams is not what we need in this deck. What we really need... Well, the Seeing Red isn't bad. Seeing Red isn't bad, but what we really need is a way to remove the strikes. How much do I actually want Seeing Red? I think we're going to take the Seeing Red, and I'm going to question whether that was actually a good idea. Barricade on the first turn is great. We already have some block built up for this battle. Fiendfire is pretty good. We don't want to burn our Body Slam. So let's play the Body Slam first and then Fiendfire. And the Fiendfire, we're just going to knock the bird out of the sky. We could Second Wind. Let's power through Second Wind. And we're all set up. Now we just need to win, basically. Win the battle. Let's defeat you, and we could Seeing Red and play the uppercut. I guess I will. We won't play the panic button, because we already have a lot of dazed and we haven't played the evolve yet. Okay, now we can play the panic button and almost win with it? We kind of do win with it. Aha. Oh no, we're weakened. Alright. Uppercut, strike. That one went fine. Ooh, Battle Trance. It's even upgraded. Wonderful. Alright. Battle Trance is great. Allows us to set up a lot more efficiently than we once were. So they've all got Metallicize. That's bad for me. I really am thinking about the Elixir in this one, although, you know, this first turn is not so bad. Should we play the Colorless Potion? Let's play the Colorless Potion. And get Dark Shackles, I guess. So Barricade, power through, Dark Shackles. And we're doing okay so far. We need to play the Evolve when we find it. We've got another Dark Shackles to play, that's fine. Defend, Panic Button, Fiendfire, I guess? We can't gain block this next turn. And we are taking damage. perfect time to play Seeing Red. We'll play the Battle Trance. Ooh, we did not draw the Evolve still. That's painful. That's real painful that we still haven't drawn our Evolve. Oh, and I had another energy there. So here's the Evolve finally. We have to play the Evolve. How do we not die? Oh no. We kind of need to play the Evolve to win the rest of the battle, but I guess we have to play Blessing of the Forge here. We have to play the Power Through. And then we have to kill 2 of them. Well, I guess we don't have to kill 2 of them. We have to kill the right one. And Body Slam currently does 22. Notably not enough. Notably not enough. But it's the most we can do. And then the Uppercut just barely defeats him. Okay, so we had to do that in order to just survive, which means we still haven't played Evolve, so this battle is going quite poorly. At least we can play Power Through. We need to actually gain more block than we're taking in damage, though. That would be nice for us. The second wind is a good way to do that. Okay, now we should be winning this battle, although not by much. We drop down to 10. And we still have a bunch of wounds in the deck. A bunch of wounds. At least we can use Second Wind again to survive another turn. There's finally the Evolve. It's great that we got it. But you can see that we dropped down to less than... We actually took damage. We took more damage than we had our block, and we drew an entire set of wounds. Oh, that's bad. We died on floor 23 this time. Floor 23. Ouch. Alright. Well, we are going to play another one. Haven't gotten past floor 24 yet. I have kind of liked all 3 of the decks that we've built, but, man, has not gone very well. We're going back to the Silent, and we're starting on Ascension 6 again. Let's see if we can get past floor 24. That's the new goal marker for this challenge. On Ascension 6, anyway. We can get a random or a rare colorless card, or we can get a random rare card. Those are our 2 options that we can take. Again, I'm not taking the bottom option because you can get the Calling Bell, which gives you more than 1 relic. So, random rare or random rare colorless. I guess we're going to look to see where we're going. I'm going to focus on going on battles this time. We're going to ignore question mark rooms as much as we can this time because it kind of feels like question mark rooms are bad for this challenge. Worse than I thought they were. We're not going to an early shop, so I'm happy to lose all of my gold. Let's get a rare colorless card of our choice. Like the bomb. The bomb is not bad. Master of Strategy is also really good, but I really like starting with the bomb because the bomb can win every battle. Okay, so we know we've got the bomb. Knowing that we have the bomb means that we could we could focus a little bit more on defense. We drew the bomb, but it seems like we should strike Survivor. Getting Catalyst first is usually not a good idea, because you have no idea if you're going to go down a poison deck. Reflex is also a little bit strange to start with, because you don't know if you're going to have a deck that both wants to discard cards and can benefit from the draw 2 afterward. Most decks can benefit from the draw 2, but still. I don't like these options. Let's take the Reflex, but I did not like those options. So, the Jaw Worm. Let's see how little damage we can get in the Jaw Worm battle. The bomb works really well here, by the way. And it actually worked really well when we could play it too. So now our goal is to just block as much as we can. And then just end our turn, and boom. We got Fruit Juice, not bad. So there's an Acrobatics and a Sneaky Strike. I would certainly take Acrobatics first. It works with the fact that we added Reflex into our deck. Now we do want a Sneaky Strike, though. We could play the bomb to win this battle eventually. Let's do that. And then try to take as little damage on the way. We're taking 2 on turn 1. We could have taken 0 on turn 1 is the thing. And yeah, let's defend again, because we know the bomb will win next turn. In fact, we don't even play the next turn, we just end turn. You know, Distraction isn't the worst, but I think we're just going to skip all of these cards. I'm trying to think of how we make this deck. And there's a couple different things that we can do to make this deck. I am going to Survivor this Reflex just because I really don't like the rest of the deck that we had. Defend, defend, strike. That means that we only need to strike once to win. Strike once, win. Man, I don't like these cards either, but I really do need to take a card at this point. Specifically a card that does damage, probably. I can't depend on the bomb for all of my damage, right? Maybe we can. We're going to continue skipping. We're going to be very picky about the cards that we're adding. I do like the bomb in this one. So bomb, defend. Avril asks why Ascension 6. I mean, there's 2 reasons to that. One is that when I'm doing these challenges, I'm really trying to defeat my personal best. And also, Ascension 6 seems to be the lowest that I'm doing my challenges on these days. I'm not doing this for the in-game achievement. I already have the in-game achievement. So we're doing this for the challenge itself. And Ascension 6 is increasing that challenge. Noxious Fumes. Noxious Fumes can be good. It is very similar to the bomb. But the other thing that Noxious Fumes does is that it allows me to add weakness to things that have artifact charges, because it strips the artifact charges really quickly. So let's take a Noxious Fumes, probably the only Noxious Fumes that we're going to take, though. If we get offered multiple more, we're not going to take them. First smith, we're definitely smithing the bomb. This is our deck so far. The bomb is basically the deck that we've built. So we've got to smith our one card. And I think we're going to go this way. And probably skip by that elite, because there's no reason to go to elites much when you can't take relics. And the bomb almost just wins this battle, honestly. It does 50 damage, which is not quite enough. So it does 50 damage. Next turn we're going to get acrobatics. We need to do 26 damage. I think what we do is we play strike, strike, strike. And next turn we play acrobatics. And hope to find another strike. We found another strike. And then we win with the bomb. I would love to take Bag of Marbles, but we can't take relics. Tools of the Trade, Sneaky Strike, and Acrobatics. You know, if we could take all three, I would take all three. Tools of the Trade makes the Reflex really good in our deck. The Sneaky Strike makes the Acrobatics and Survivor a little bit better. I think I've got to take Tools of the Trade. And do we smith Tools of the Trade? Smithing Tools of the Trade makes it cost 0. Another couple things that we could smith: Acrobatics draws another card, Reflex draws another card, but you really want to smith your Acrobatics first, probably. And then Noxious Fumes adds an additional poison every turn, which is very significant in terms of its damage output. I'm thinking between Acrobatics, Noxious Fumes, and Tools of the Trade. And I think I want Tools of the Trade so we can always play it. Gale says, smith the bomb again. I would if I could. So, only reason to open this is to take the Sapphire Key, because we can't take the Relic. And we get to smith again, so I get the difficult choice again. I think we take Acrobatics this time, because the Acrobatics drawing one extra card is really valuable. So of course the bomb just wins this battle 2 turns after we draw it. So are we just going for the bomb? I think we are. I think we're just going to win this one with the bomb. We discard Reflect, of course. We've got to do Acrobatics and draw the bomb, I think. That means that we take 6 damage. But we've got to play our bomb if we're going to win with the bomb. And we actually only take 4 damage. Discard Reflex, of course. And defend this turn, so that next turn we can just click end turn and win. After we discard a card. Well, I certainly want the Entropic Brew. I guess we'll drink this fruit juice to make space for it. And Calculated Gamble. Ooh. I guess we'll take a Calculated Gamble. I also really like the Deflect, but we're taking the Calculated Gamble first. So I really do want to remove a card here. The Escape Plan is not too bad either. The Blind is pretty good. But I think we should remove a card. Let's remove a strike. We're winning with bombs, not strikes. And then I think we do take escape plan. We have a lot of skills in our deck, and I think the number of skills that we have in our deck proportionally is just going to increase. So let's take escape plan. Hey, upgrade 2 random cards for 15 health? I would totally do that. We upgraded 2 defense. Not the worst either. Tools of the trade, of course. Escape plan, of course. And then what? I think we play Survivor. And then we really just want the bomb. So we're going to calculated gamble to find the bomb sooner. And we found it immediately. How nice. So now we just have to block this next turn. And we will. We are frail, so I needed 3 defense. Almost did not play 3 defense. And then we just click end turn to win. Footwork. All right. Footwork is excellent for the type of deck that we're building. All right. I'll take a footwork. Concentrate is also not too bad, but we're taking the footwork. And do we smith? Because we could technically die if we don't rest. But I do really want to smith. Let's smith. There's 2 things that I really want to smith. Footwork and calculated gamble. Those are the ones that I really want to smith. Escape plan is not terrible, but footwork and calculated gamble are the ones I want to smith the most. Let's smith the footwork. We probably will use the skill potion here, because we're probably going to need it to survive. If I play Survivor and discard the reflex and we get the bomb, it would be sad, but there's lots of other things that I would really like to get. Like Noxious Fumes. There's the bomb. Alright. So now we just need to survive this turn. This is the dangerous turn in this battle. Don't need to play a strike. Let's play the defend plus that is. The escape plan. Survivor. And it feels like playing this other defend is the way to go. Alright, we're only taking 2. Taking 2 during the slam is quite nice. I'm thinking about the health of the slime boss here. I think I'm going to get rid of the slimed instead of dealing damage this turn. And if we can avoid... Actually, we can't avoid dealing damage because the poison brings it below half. So we're playing the bomb, and then we're going to deal as much damage as we can. Which is that much. Not very much. We need to defend this turn. Let's do defend, survivor, and calculated gamble to see if we can get another defend. We did. And then next turn we don't win, but we effectively win. We do win if we can strike both of them, which we can. Great. And then the bomb. Duplication potion, better than my skill potion. Maybe better than the ancient potion. I might use the ancient potion in a chosen battle in Act 2, though. Based on how our deck works, a chosen battle might be pretty bad. So let's get rid of the skill potion. Wraith form is, usually good. Usually Wraith form is quite nice. Envenom is definitely not what we're going toward. Yeah, I think we take Wraith form. Doppelganger is also useful, but Wraith form is good. And no reason to open that. I mean, there is, as I mentioned before, but we don't. Just because there's one relic possibly in that we could take, we're not going to open it. I'm trying to not go lots of question marks, and I do want fires. I want to upgrade my deck a lot. We're going to hit a late shop. Hitting an early shop is not very beneficial, but the only way to avoid one is to take 4 question marks in a row, which doesn't seem great. So let's go this path and hit an early shop. So the bomb does win this one. It's just that we're going to take some damage on the way. And we probably want to play the defend more than the footwork, because we only need to defend one more turn. So Wraith form is the best only if we can't block everything other ways. And it looks like we could block everything other ways. So, instead of playing Wraith form, we're going to discard it, play this defend. I thought I would have one more card in my hand. I forgot I was going to discard with the Survivor. So I thought that defend was going to be guaranteed to be here. Instead, it's not. So we could play the defend and get 1 damage, or we could calculated gamble, which has a very high chance. A very high chance to draw that defend plus. I calculated gamble, and the gamble fails. It was actually a bad gamble. It was. We took 5 extra damage because I did that. But we win. Leg sweep. Leg sweep is good for the deck that we're building. Our deck is expensive. That's the one problem. Our deck is expensive. I like Noxious Fumes. Escape Plan. As much as I want to play the bomb, we should probably play leg sweep this turn. So we can calculated gamble, get rid of that reflex. I want to play the defend plus. And then if we calculated gamble, we would almost certainly draw enough defense because of the reflex that we're discarding. We did, because we got the neutralize as well. Oh, never mind. The neutralize was not important there. Escape Plan gave me a Wraith form. Not yet the time for Wraith form because we're not really near the end of this battle. So we can play a leg sweep again. The bomb is there, so we're not going to play acrobatics, because we actually don't want to draw the bomb this turn. We want to draw it next turn. Is there any reason to discard reflex? I guess we could get escape plan. Getting escape plan would be good. We didn't get it. Alright, so we'll just play this normal defend. And take 1 this turn, but now we've got the bomb out. The bomb plus the poison should win this one. especially if we keep weakening this one. I don't think we've gotten through its block even once in this battle. Which kind of shows you how our deck works. We don't really win by dealing straight up damage. We win with poison and bombs. And here's another time that we get to click end turn and win. Fire potion. I think I'll leave it behind. Another acrobatics is not bad. The well-laid plans does work with how expensive our deck is. Because we can like keep Wraith form around until we need it. If we draw the bomb on a turn we don't want to play it, we could not play it. I do like the well-laid plans. Let's take a well-laid plans. And what are we doing here? I do want to card remove. The malaise is not terrible. Malaise is good. It's just expensive. And I don't really care for much of anything else. So I think we're just going to do card removal here. Card remove, and we're removing another strike. We don't win with our strike damage. Clearly. Clearly we do not win with our strike damage. Tools of the Trade on the first turn is nice to do. Escape plan gets neutralize. We're going to leg sweep. I guess we're going to Survivor. And I think that we neutralize the Shelled Parasite because keeping him neutralized the entire time, keeping him weakened, is more important than weakening the Fungi Beast once. So there's a lot of things we want to play this turn. A lot of things. Maybe we play well-laid plans, footwork, defend, and keep the bomb. What about Noxious Fumes? We keep the bomb over Noxious Fumes. Let's discard a defend. Well-laid plans, footwork, defend. Take 2 damage, keep the bomb. Now I'm thinking about how much damage we're going to take this turn. But we're playing the bomb this turn. We've kind of got to play the bomb sometime. And then we take 8 more damage, which is sad. Actually, we could Calculated Gamble, hope to get Escape Plan, and take only 2 damage. Great. Let's keep the Reflex, because then we could discard it. Discard that Reflex that we kept. So leg sweep is perfect. And then I guess we defend and neutralize. Keep you weakened. We're going to keep the Noxious Fumes. I would like to play Noxious Fumes next turn. Or I could play Bomb. Okay, so we might not play Noxious Fumes. Maybe we play the bomb instead. So, defends for everything. The bomb, and then do we play Escape Plan? Maybe not, because playing the Wraith form next is really good. Oh, we could have played Escape Plan to avoid that damage. Right. Don't really need strikes. This is the time that we play Wraith form and Escape Plan. And keep it defend. Because all we need to do is defend to victory at this point. Win. There we go. Weak potion. We will... Man. We'll skip it again. We're not using our potions. Sneaky Strike. Sneaky Strike is actually an attack card that works with the deck that we have. Let's take it. Finally. Finally add the Sneaky Strike. So I could go towards the elite, or I could go a bunch of question marks. I think I might go a bunch of question marks, and hopefully the question marks don't lead us towards relics. The first one does. How unfortunate. I want to smith Wraith Form or Sneaky Strike. Sneaky Strike. There's another relic that we're going to leave behind. And we could get 5 Apparition. Oh man. Does our deck deal out damage fast enough for 5 Apparition to be good? Probably. Probably. But not by a lot? We're going to take it. Okay. Now what are we doing with our deck? It's all of a sudden become a lot harder to tell what we're doing. The Maw Bank we skip. So we could play Apparition, Apparition, Defend. Apparition, Apparition, Defend, Neutralize. We could play Wraith Form to extend our Apparition a little bit, but it doesn't seem very worthwhile. So maybe we just do Noxious Fumes and Sneaky Strike. There's the bomb. So the bomb, Apparition, Escape Plan. We get 1 damage. And then basically we've won this battle. But we did take a little bit of damage in this battle, which is not the nicest. Do we care about... Yeah, we want to keep those things for next turn. Because there's an Apparition which we don't need. Never mind. What am I doing? Just click end turn and win. Keeping another potion on the floor. Gotten a lot of potions. So there's another Acrobatics. Another Acrobatics is not bad. It allows us to discard Apparitions as well. It's just that our deck is expensive, and that makes the Acrobatics a little bit worse. We're still taking it. But I acknowledge that without a way to gain energy, more than 3 energy, the Acrobatics are not as good as they normally would be. So this turn we clearly just play Apparition Bomb, right? Apparition Bomb. Taking chip damage every single battle seems bad. Seems bad. We could play Wraith Form, but the other thing that we could do is strike you. Play Footwork and Calculated Gamble. And then what we're doing is we're basically trying to defeat the Centurion as quickly as we can. Tools of the Trade is good. Leg Sweep is good. Do we want to play Escape Plan? Kind of no, because I would like both of those next turn. So let's not play the Escape Plan. So there's the Sneaky Strike. That's excellent. Let's discard Acrobatics. So we can play Sneaky Strike, we can play Escape Plan, and we can play Wraith Form. Or we could play Apparition, Well-Laid Plans, keep the Wraith Form. I like that better. And then we just win with a strike. Great. All-out attack does discard 1 card. Is that a good plan? to discard one card? It sometimes is. And this also adds another attack card that we could play that works alongside the bomb. Okay. Do we want to smith an apparition or something else? I think we want to smith well-laid plans, or leg sweep, or wraith form, or calculated gamble. Let's smith the calculated gamble. That way it doesn't exhaust. I don't care about noxious fumes. I really like the escape plans, especially now that we have a lot of intangible in the deck. So let's take an escape plan and then be done here. Snecko. Snecko might actually work well for us. Not the one I wanted to discard there. Oh well. So we discard a 3-cost apparition, of course. We play a survivor to discard another apparition. And then we play escape plan and 2 apparitions. Perfect. We're going to play acrobatics. I really want to get back to the bomb. Let's discard a really costly leg sweep. Okay, so we can discard this apparition that costs too much, play Sneaky Strike, play Neutralize, and then play a Defend so we don't take the 1 damage? I guess so. The calculated gamble is probably one of the best things that we could do, even though it costs 2. So let's play the calculated gamble. There's a 0-cost Wraith form. You know? Not bad. I like 0-cost Wraith forms. Too bad we couldn't play the bomb. We'll have to win without the bomb. Which we can do. We've got other ways to win. We'll play the apparition so we extend our intangibility. Play the neutralize, and leg sweep is better than defend? Unless we want to play the strike instead of apply 2 weak. Let's apply 2 weak. So now a sneaky strike wins this one. A sneaky strike win. Come on. It's still in there. Now a strike wins this one. The power potion I will take. We're not keeping this ancient potion around anymore. Take the power potion. I don't really want those. We will skip those. And I still question what we're building. I think at this point we should upgrade Noxious Fumes, actually. Because we actually depend on the damage from Noxious Fumes for this boss battle, probably. Oh man. What a world we're in right now. Three apparitions in the starting hand. That's not good. But I guess we can play all-out attack, which probably makes Sneaky Strike free, and might discard an apparition. The other thing is, playing a power potion is probably good. Let's play the power potion. Of all of the things, I guess we'll take footwork. Discarded the Sneaky Strike. Of all of the things. I guess we'll play 2 apparitions, so that we're intangible next turn, instead of just having them burn. Noxious Fumes, good to get it out now. Should we play acrobatics first? No. Well-laid plans is good to have. Let's play the well-laid plans. And I'm going to play the neutralize here just to get rid of one of the artifact charges. We're going to keep footwork. Take my Wraith Form. I actually don't want it until much later. Oh, the bomb. They took the bomb. They could have taken Tools of the Trade, but they took the bomb. So now we have to kill the right one without our bomb. I would really like to not draw these apparitions right now. Okay, so we're killing the right one so we can get the bomb back. Let's keep the acrobatics. I think that's our best card. We are going to have to survive past a major attack very soon. At least we can make it weakened during that big attack. I think we get rid of the calculated gamble. Play the sneaky strike here. Play the leg sweep and the neutralize here. Keep you weakened as long as we can. And then defend. Keep that acrobatics again. Okay, I think the next turn is the big, scary turn. Draw lots of cards, play the sneaky strike. I want to play all-out attack. There is an apparition in the deck. Let's play all-out attack. Get the bomb back, play the bomb. We're going to have this apparition get burned and keep the acrobatics so that we can play an apparition next turn, most likely. That greatly increases my chances. We actually also have the calculated gamble, which kind of guarantees we can play an apparition. Good. Well, let's neutralize you again. Play calculated gamble. Ho-ho, escape plan gave me some block, so we can play apparition and another bomb. Alright, now I feel good about this one. Should we keep all out attack? Yes. Let's keep all out attack. That way we can defeat this one this turn. We even have a sneaky strike. Sneaky strike. Acrobatics to play the reflex. Play all-out attack. And then one of the nice things about what we can do now is we have this Wraith form in our hand, and we can just keep the Wraith form for as long as we feel we need to. So, let's start with escape plan. Sneaky strike. I want to play the leg sweep and the bomb. You can't play both of those. So I guess we'll play a defend. We've got one bomb out. Perhaps we keep this one to play next turn. Let the Wraith form go back in, draw back to it. Don't really need to defend this turn. We play the bomb. We definitely want to play the bomb. Calculated gamble is not too bad. Although acrobatics will draw us a lot further into our deck. Let's play the acrobatics. I basically want to get back to having the Wraith form in my hand as soon as possible. There we go. We've got the Wraith form in our hand. So there's our Wraith form. We might want to play it now. Although we could play 3 defense. Let's play 3 defense. Keep the Wraith form this time instead of the bomb. We've got 1 bomb that's going to go off, and then the rest of it should be taken care of by poison. Although we might... Actually, we win this turn, don't we? Alright, great. We win. We didn't even need to play our Wraith form, though I kept it around just in case. We have another Wraith form that we could add. I mean, it kind of feels like we should get another Wraith form. I guess we will. We'll just have tons of intangibility in the deck. Sure. Tons of intangibility. Don't even open that chest. We don't need that chest. We're too good for that chest. Our boss is the awakened one. That's not great for us because we depend on a couple powers. We depend on a couple powers. Granted, the bomb is not a power. I think we want to visit as few elites this time as we can. So I think we're going to try to just not go to a lot of elites. Maybe we'll go to that elite and not the other 2. Let's go on the right path. So we've got Apparition. We should play this Apparition. We should play the Footwork. And a Defend. Basically, we need to play 1 bomb for this battle. That's what I'm thinking. 1 bomb is probably enough. Especially if we play Noxious Fumes. So there's a bomb. Let's get rid of the Reflex. Escape Plan gave us a burn. Not my favorite. So the Apparition, if we played that, we would get 2 damage here. If we play Survivor, we only get 1. So we're going to play Survivor. Get rid of that burn. Play the Escape Plan. And I think at this point, I guess we play the Apparition, because we'll have 2 more Apparitions next turn. And we'll get back to the Wraith form if we need it. Which we probably don't need it. So we're not playing a Strike. We're going to play Apparition, Apparition, Defend. And then Sneaky Strike wins this one. Great. A Blur might not be too bad. Especially a Blur Plus. That makes my intangibility even better, because we could play 1 Blur, 2 Intangible, and block for 2 turns completely. I don't know, I like the Blur Plus. We have Footwork. It's just strange to add more defense when you have Intangible in your deck. But, you know, our deck depends entirely on defense. We're a pacifist, as Gale says. I do want the card remove service. The prepared isn't too bad. But let's take the card remove. So card remove, let's remove another strike. We really don't want those strikes. I don't mind taking a prepared, so we will. We could upgrade that prepared, but even as it is, it's okay. Because discarding intangibility things, apparitions when you don't need them, is good. So the bomb basically solves this one. Let's see if Escape Plan gives us block. It did. Alright. The bomb almost kills all 3 of them. So we just need to deal a little bit of damage. And block as much as we can. So I think what we want to do is do what I said before. We're going to play the Sneaky Strike. We're going to play the Blur and 2 Apparitions. So now we block this turn and next turn. I want to deal a little bit of damage to the left one. We don't have any apparitions left in the deck, so let's play this Acrobatics. And I was really looking for all-out attack, which we found. So all-out attack wins this one. Oh, it almost does. We need a strike. I said we didn't want strikes in this deck, and right now I want our strike. We'll draw it next turn. There's our strike. The Sneaky Strike. You thought it was going to be a normal strike, but it was a sneaky one. Don't really want Caltrops. I don't think we want another Footwork. The 1 Footwork is doing a good job. I think we just skip these. The Winding Halls. You know, receiving 2 Madness is not so bad. It's not so bad. Losing 2 max HP? I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad, considering we're probably not going to gain back any of our health. But the 2 Madness might actually be good for us. So let's take the 2 Madness. The Sensory Stone. Alright, we could lose 10 health, which is a lot of our health, to add 3 colorless cards. I might just do 2. Let's just do 2, so we're losing 5 health. Another Madness. The Finesse is definitely what we want. Even over the Blind. Yeah, we want the Finesse. A 0-cost block card is great. And I think we don't take any of these. A 3rd Madness? You know, maybe a 3rd Madness. Let's make a crazy deck. By crazy deck, I mean Madnesses. And I almost want to rest here because we gain 11 health back, which is pretty significant. Let's smith at this one, though. So smithing again, we probably want to smith our Wraith forms. Probably. The Well-Laid Plans is also worth smithing, but let's smith a Wraith form. That adds more intangibility. Another shop. We cannot afford anything in this shop, so we leave. And then smith another Wraith form. We look inside this chest, we skip the Paper Crane, and then I think we rest here. So we've got 35 health for the rest. We are going to a Burning Elite so we can go to 2 more fires and avoid 2 more elites. But you know, the Burning Elite could be bad. The Burning Elite is the one that uses intangibility all the time. That's kind of cheating, don't you think? Using intangibility all the time? I mean, consider how much cheating that is. The bomb, of course. So the bomb is going to go off on the correct turn, if I'm correct about it. Yeah, because it's not going to go off this turn. It is going to go off when our foe is not intangible. That's important to me. So, become intangible ourselves. Noxious Fumes is very important in this battle, because we're probably going to do a fair amount with the poison. I want to keep the blur. I don't care about strike. Strike is the one we care the least about. Play the apparition. I'm tempted to play madness, but we really need to play blur. Let's play the madness. It made the blur free. How convenient. And how much do we care about footwork? Let's get it out of the deck. No reason to play Wraith Form this turn, I don't think. Let's play Well-Laid Plans. And then Madness, which makes Sneaky Strike free, which means Sneaky Strike just became a way to gain energy. So, we've got Wraith Form in there. We really don't care about the Wraith Form in there. Let's play Acrobatics. Discard this Apparition. And play a Defend and I guess a Strike, for whatever reason. Let's keep the Wraith Form. Do we want to play our Apparition? Yeah, we do. We'll play our Apparition, we'll play our Finesse, and then discard these. Sneaky Strike gains us energy. We still don't have a bomb in play. We need to play our bomb sometime. So there's the bomb. Let's discard a random Defend. We're going to play Apparition, the bomb, and Escape Plan. Keep the Reflex, because we'll just discard it. I just realized we played the bomb in the wrong turn. We played the bomb when it's only going to take 1 damage from the bomb. Oh well. Let's draw and discard some cards. I want to play this Madness, but I kind of want to play it on something useful. These 4 cards might be useful for the Madness. Okay, sure. And Acrobatics. Ho-ho, we can discard, play Sneaky Strike, and still be able to afford the bomb. This bomb will explode on the correct turn, unlike the last one. And we're even getting some blurricade here. Blurricade is when you use blur so many times that it's the same as playing barricade. You know, we might want to play that Defend. We don't care about this strike. So yeah, we're playing Defends rather than Wraith Form. But we're going to keep the Wraith Form around. I'm very impressed by how well the deck blocks. The fact that I don't really need to use my Wraith Forms hardly at all. That's nice. So we want to play the bomb on this turn, and then I also want to play Calculated Gamble. We want to basically go through our deck so that we can get back to the bomb. Preferably this turn, which we might be able to do. We can play the Sneaky Strike. We can continue our Blur. And then I guess we strike. That seems pointless. That is pointless. Let's just get more block. Just in case we need it next turn. Okay, we remain not needing to use either of our Wraith Forms. We just block instead. How nice. And then this turn we win with our bomb, which is great. So we just click end turn and win. Alright, that went pretty cleanly. I don't think we took any damage, we didn't use any potions. Don't take the prayer wheel. No relics here. We don't care about those. Terror doesn't really help you when you're dealing primarily bomb damage. The Maw. The Maw has a lot of health. I guess we're going to play Noxious Fumes. Acrobatics, so we can discard this apparition. Use it later. This Madness could make something free, but I think I'd rather play Footwork. Tools of the Trade is very nice here. Let's play our Prepared. We get the Bomb. How excellent. First of the bombs. We're probably going to play several. Let's discard an apparition. We could keep the apparition because we're going to play Calculated Gamble. I guess it doesn't matter. Definitely play Well-Laid Plans. Play Calculated Gamble. Play Acrobatics and discard this apparition. We're keeping the apparitions around. Very intentionally. Intentionally keeping those apparitions around. So here's where we could start the apparition train if we wanted. Let's start the apparition train. So apparition, apparition, blur. And what are we keeping? Let's keep Wraith Form. We've got enough poison now that we're probably going to win with poison. I mean, as in addition to our bombs, that is. If we play Madness and it hits the bomb, it will be perfect. If we play Madness and it hits much of anything else, it's not great. Oh, it hit the bomb. Just what we wanted. Yeah, let's play Finesse. We can always play Prepared if we want to discard something, which we do. Keep the Calculated Gamble because, honestly, we just want to play our bomb a whole lot. So, let's play Calculated Gamble. Let's just get our bomb as quickly as we can. And I even will play this Madness to get rid of it. It unfortunately gave us a strike. Didn't care about that strike. Alright, we got our bomb. That's good. We don't need the apparition this turn. There's our bomb. Now let's get back to the bomb as quickly as we can. The amount of starting deck cards that are still in our deck, I don't know that we've removed... I think we've removed 2, maybe 3. But there's so many starting deck cards still in our deck. It's a little bit surprising. Let's play the Madness. It hit a defend. Alright, I'll take that. Oh, I just took 4 damage for some reason. Whoops. We could have avoided taking 4 damage. That did not feel good. We took 4 damage in this fight, and we could have just not done that. And we win at the end of this turn, so we just click end turn and win. Great! The Catalyst might actually be good. I don't know if it is. The Piercing Wail is good. You know, Piercing Wail is really good for the boss that we're going up against. So I should take Piercing Wail. And we should definitely Smith. Should we Recall? I don't think that this deck would do much of anything against the heart, but let's try going there. since we ended up collecting all of the other keys, why not go up against the heart? So this one bomb wins. So all we have to do is play one bomb. Seems like not too much trouble. We just have to find the one bomb. Killing you early might be helpful in doing that. Putting leg sweep on something might be helpful. Is this the turn that we play Wraith Form? It is. It is the turn that we play Wraith Form. Alright. Take 2 damage. Tools of the Trade does help. A couple of apparitions is fine. We still have not got our bomb, though, and we're taking another damage. The fact that we get 4 dazed in our deck every turn is not helping us draw the bomb. But we did draw it finally. Now we need to survive this turn. And that should not be too bad, because we just play Survivor, which we held in our hand from last turn. And then, as has been the case many times, we click end turn and win. Deflect, yes. Alright, a 0-cost block card. Exactly what we wanted to see. And then we can smith or rest. Rest would give us 9 health, which, you know, that's a fair amount of our health. Smithing upgrades a card, which could be an apparition. Certainly smithing an apparition is not a bad plan. Smithing the piercing whale is also not a bad plan. And smithing well-laid plans is pretty good too. Let's smith well-laid plans. Alright, so this one is going to be hard. Let's start with finesse. We did get the bomb really early, which is good. We're going to play that bomb. I think we want to play an apparition and discard an apparition. So we're going to play Prepared, discard an apparition, play an apparition. So we're losing 2 apparitions from the get-go, which is not great for us. I'm also not going to use these potions unless we need to. We might need to, but I'm not going to unless we need to. So we are certainly going to play well-laid plans. Well-laid plans, apparition, defend, over calculated gamble, just take 1 damage. Keep the calculated gamble at least. We need to keep that piercing whale. We need to play our footwork, tools of the trade, noxious fumes, and keep the piercing whale. Those are the things that we need to do before we win this battle. Escape plan, escape plan. I guess we discard these. We've only got 1 apparition in the deck. So maybe we play this defend. Play the defend, discard the rest of these. Guess we can madness the madness. What awful results there. Defend Survivor. So this is the time that we use the block potion. We're at 20 health. We might need to play a Wraith form. Really don't want to play a Wraith form this early, but we might need to play the Wraith form. We are playing Tools of the Trade, even though that does increase your damage. Acrobatics... Acrobatics meant I can no longer play Wraith form. Should have thought about that. Okay, so now we strike and strike. And then we realize that I just screwed up, didn't I? Thought I had an extra energy? We can weaken you. Alright. Well, that was scary. Definitely just barely survived there. Okay, so we want to play the Apparition. We kind of want to play a lot of these cards, but we're playing the Apparition, we're playing the Blur, and we're playing the Footwork, I think. Footwork and Blur. We keep the Noxious Fumes, because we want to play that. I don't think we need this Apparition. Yeah, we don't need that Apparition, so we're going to discard it. Certainly play the Sneaky Strike, play Escape Plan, and Finesse. We can prepare away the Wraith form. Then we play Noxious Fumes and defend. We keep the Survivor for next turn. Okay, so what we've got to do is defeat this side of the boss, which is not going to be easy. And we need to keep a Piercing Wail in our hand for when we do. So we need to play the Survivor, and we probably need to play an Acrobatics after that. Survivor. Acrobatics should give us a block card. It did. It even gave us the Bomb. That's kind of nice, because we need to get through this phase. So we got a Deflect and an Escape Plan. Don't really want those necessarily for next turn. Actually, I kind of like it. Alright, let's play the Bomb. Let's keep the Escape Plan for next turn. We've got a while before we get through this phase. Okay, 12 times 4, they say. 12 times 4 is a lot. I really don't want to play Wraith form this early, so we're going to discard the Wraith form. We're going to play Defend, Escape Plan, Defend, Defend, and then Calculated Gamble. Calculated Gamble. Finesse. Escape Plan. And Survivor. How about that? How in the world did we survive that one? That was crazy. Alright. Well, we survived it. Seeing the Blur is really nice. Would love to remove some more cards in my deck, honestly, but we're working with what we have. Defend, Blur. Let's play the... no, we've got to play the Defend, don't we? Play the Defend, because we have to. Let's keep Acrobatics in Wraith form. We might need to play a Wraith form at some point. I'm trying my hardest not to, though. Oh man, do we play an Apparition this turn? It's not the best turn for Apparition, but where else are we going to get our block? We do have 2 acrobatics. Let's discard the madness. Play deflect. Play acrobatics. Discard piercing wail. It's not the time. We only need a little bit more block, which we can do with a defend, which means we can discard this apparition. And then we can even play all-out attack to do a little bit of damage. We discarded the 1 card I did not want to discard, but that's okay. We've got another acrobatics. Okay, this is the turn that a Wraith form might have been good. Or I mean, the intangible might have been good. But let's see what we can do with what we have. Couple of escape plans is not so bad. Deflect. Playing the leg sweep is really good. And we are already blocking all that we need to. I guess let's play Blur, so we continue to block next turn. And then we can keep the bomb. Do I want to keep that Wraith form? No, not any longer. Let's keep the bomb in a defend. Because we know we can block this turn. I really need to play that madness sometime. Let's discard a defend. So what we do is we play defend, defend, madness, hope that it hits the bomb. It did hit the bomb. Alright, so the bomb is free now. That's pretty nice. Let's keep this finesse and this calculated gamble for next turn. Alright, we've got a free bomb. Having a free bomb is really helpful. We've got a free survivor as well. Let's get rid of the strike. So sneaky strike we definitely play. Finesse we play. Blur we of course play. Deflect, escape plan, the bomb again. And survivor. Because there's kind of no reason not to. And then we can play all-out attack. Great. We're slowly getting through this one. Slowly. But we are getting through it. I think we discard a prepared. We can play a leg sweep, which makes you weak next turn as well. And we already are blocking. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep a Wraith form and a defend. We want to discard that reflex because we draw more cards. I also want to discard the apparition. Let's discard this one first. So, we've got defend, which blocks for us. I think we play the neutralize, of course. We play the acrobatics, of course. We discard a strike, because we don't care about this. No, we needed to discard the apparition. Okay, we still can. We still can, and we can still block. So, let's discard that apparition this time. Also allows us to play the bomb. And what are we keeping? We might be keeping Piercing Wail. Let's play the escape plans. Okay, we're going to keep the Piercing Wail. We're going to keep the Survivor, I think. Piercing Wail, Survivor. Get rid of the reflex. Okay, so we've got a sneaky strike. This is the turn that we're going to kill. No, it's next turn that we kill. Because the bomb blows up next turn. Okay, so we're good. This is exactly what we wanted to see. And now I feel much better about winning this one. So what are we keeping? I think we're keeping leg sweep. So we end turn, we keep piercing wail and leg sweep. Now this turn we're going to win because of the bomb. Now, there's something that I have been thinking about the entire time in this battle that I haven't really voiced yet. So, time to voice it. The reason that we have piercing wail right here is because we've played powers, the Awakened One has gained strength. The Awakened One has gained 6 strength so far. That 6 strength moves over to the next phase of the Awakened One. However, if the strength happens to be 0, such as if we play Piercing Wail, then the strength does not move over to the next phase. So we're basically taking 6 strength off of the next phase of this boss simply by playing Piercing Wail this specific turn. So, that was very good for us. I think that we are going to play this blur, like the escape plan, defend, blur, and keep these 2 for next turn. And now I feel pretty good about winning this. But we have been in a dangerous spot like the entire time. But here we are, and I think we're winning. I now think we're winning. It's been a little while since I was sure that we were winning, but I am sure now. Okay. Are we playing... What are we playing? Let's stop there. So we're going to keep the Wraith form and the acrobatics. We could keep the deflect. Let's keep the deflect with the Wraith form. Discard the reflex. We still don't need that apparition, so we're going to keep discarding it. And I think we play the deflect and calculated gamble. Just give me a new set of cards. Acrobatics discards reflex. And we have our apparition, which is unfortunate because I don't have a way to discard it. We might get there though. We've got 2 more ways to draw cards. Sad. We're going to lose that apparition. I think we want to play the leg sweep. We lose the apparition. If I keep the apparition, does it stay? Or does it still burn? It still burns. Okay. I thought that it would still burn, but I wanted to check. So we need to block enough here, or play Wraith form. This might be the turn that we play Wraith form. It's not, because we got enough block. And we play another bomb. So we don't want to discard the Void, because otherwise it continues to give us problems. So let's discard a defend instead. And I'm fine keeping both of those for next turn, so let's keep them. We only have two energy this turn because of the Void, but we do have a 0-cost Survivor, so I think we're fine. We also have Escape Plan and Leg Sweep and Finesse, which we're going to play instead. Great, we're keeping the Awakened One weakened, which is good. Let's keep this Wraith form, just in case we need it. We don't need the Wraith form again, so let's just discard one of them. play the bomb, of course. The blur is really nice here, especially because we don't get a lot of energy next turn. Let's keep these two. We're very slowly winning, but we are winning. There's a void in my deck. So I'd like to draw that void this turn, which we can do with acrobatics. Let's do that. Draw that void this turn so we don't continue to have it. And I guess we deflect because we keep the survivor and strike. The poison is building up. We've got a blur, which is great. Another bomb is good. Set up those bombs. And then let's leg sweep again. All right. At this point, we've already played the last bomb that we probably need to play. So now it's just about surviving and dealing damage. Let's discard a Wraith form. And I think that at this point we stop playing around with the Wraith form and we just play it. And that means that we can set up for the future a little bit more. Yeah, let's discard more so we can find cards. We want to keep these two. So we found another bomb. We don't necessarily need that other bomb, but it's not bad finding it. We don't need this defend. We've got Sneaky Strike. We've got Deflect. If we play Strike and all-out attack, I think we win. Alright, and we win with the bomb. Great. And there we've done it. We have won with the Silent on Ascension 6 with only one relic. That one was a real challenge. And that does significantly beat my personal best. My personal best is with the Ironclad on Ascension 3. So we've gone up 3 Ascension levels on the Silent to beat my personal best. And we even get to go to Act 4. Now, I consider this a victory even if we lose in Act 4, which we probably will. My challenge runs are really through Act 3 that I consider it a victory. But let's see if we can, against all odds, and I mean all odds, let's see if we can defeat all odds and defeat the heart, which would be incredible because of how very slow our deck is. Do we smith or rest? Obviously resting has its place because we get a lot more health. We get 11 health. But we could smith an apparition, for example. I think with how much intangible we have in our deck, the more important thing is smithing an apparition. So, I do not want that 11 health. A footwork doesn't help us too much, although it does help us. This would give us 10 health, or, well, probably more than 10 health. It can only give us 9 health. Right. What do we do? In some sense, I want the attack potion, because how are we going to win against the heart? But I'm thinking about buying health or buying a footwork. And I think I'm going to go with buying a footwork. So here we go. Do we even survive this battle? It doesn't look good so far. We can play the Wraith form this turn, obviously, but if we play the Wraith form turn 1, it's not a good thing for us. And it looks like we almost have to play Wraith form turn 1. We can neutralize here. But then we've got a lot of block that we need to make. We could strike the other direction, because that would put it back down to 6x2. And reduce this one. Or, well, this one would go up, but... If we play defend and deflect, we get 15 more block. I think we have to play the Wraith form turn 1. It hurts. We have to win this battle real quick. All right. We're gonna need some bombs. Let's leg sweep you to get rid of your artifact charge. So tools of the trade, footwork is, you know, something, kind of. Let's play the acrobatics. And discard the survivor, because that's, well, the strike. The strike is doing absolutely nothing. There's a bomb. In order to play that bomb, we have to not play the apparition. Well, I guess we don't play the apparition, because we're playing the bomb. Gotta play that bomb. And we're taking 2 damage here. We do have an apparition, we have another Wraith form. Playing Wraith forms is not so bad at this point. So I think we do discard the Wraith form though, because we want to play apparition. We want to do prepared, get rid of this piercing wail. I don't want a madness of madness. I mean, there was no good options there. Took another damage. We have to play an apparition. I guess we want to play all-out attack 2, kind of. And the footworks aren't really doing much for us when we have already -4. Actually, they kind of do help us a little bit. Let's keep the footwork. Let's get rid of the calculated gamble. So we're playing an apparition, we're playing a footwork, we're playing an acrobatics. Discarding this apparition, we're taking 4 more damage, which is very significant with how much health we have total. We have a piercing wail, that's the plus side. On the other hand, we have pretty much nothing else. There's the bomb. So if we piercing wail twice, I think we discard a defend. This might be the wrong choice, but we're discarding this defend, we're playing the duplication potion, piercing wail twice. Now, we still need to play this defend. So we should have discarded the bomb. Oh well. We're at 1 health, which is real bad. Real bad. It's amazing that we're not dying this turn. Although, in order to make that happen, I might have to discard the burn. No, we'll discard the reflex. Survivor? Escape plan? We can't even keep a Wraith form? We could Madness and hope to hit Wraith form. Alright, we hit Wraith form. We have a few more turns of intangibility. Although when you're only at 1 health, intangibility doesn't do that much. We really need the block. And with 2 Wraith forms, our dexterity is just dropping real fast. There's a sneaky strike. Doesn't do much this turn. Maybe we keep it for next turn with well-laid plans. Which means we have to leg sweep. So we leg sweep. And then we play well-laid plans. And then we keep sneaky strike and blur? Blur is going to do no block. Alright. All of our block cards are now useless. At this point, we just need to win. Which is getting harder. So, none of our block cards give us any block. None of our block cards give us any block. Because we have -7. We could go up a little bit with the footwork. And I think we have to. And now we need to draw a block card that gives us enough block that even with a -5, we get a block from it. Such as Blur. Blur gives us enough block to survive this turn. How nice. So, Spire Shield is dead. So now we just need to... We don't deal any damage. We've got -3 strength, too. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep Calculated Gamble and Apparition, I guess? We got the bomb. Alright, the bomb might be exactly what we need. It's hard to say what we need at this point. It's hard to express what we need. Because our cards don't give us any block anymore. So let's play the bomb, let's play Odd Attack and Prepared. Keep the Calculated Gamble and the Deflect just so we don't do anything else with it, I guess. Okay, so now what we have to do is... What do we do? None of the cards in our deck give us block anymore because we're at -9. So what does that mean that we do? The leg sweep gives us block, but we can't play 2 leg sweeps. I see one possible way out of this, and it involves us discarding Reflex. And then playing Calculated Gamble, I think. We play Acrobatics first. And then Calculated Gamble. We're looking for cards that can win this turn, basically. Finesse to draw a card, Escape Plan to draw a card, Prepared to draw a card, Escape Plan to draw a card. And then, you know, if we could survive this turn, we would win. We just can't survive this turn. And I think at this turn there's no way for us to do anything. But I will try, which involves discarding all of these to hopefully get some cards. You know, we didn't get it. I think we basically needed to get Sneaky Strike 3 times, which was never going to happen. Alright, well, we die from burns. There we go. I actually made it a lot farther in the shield and spear fight than I thought I was going to with that deck. Honestly. And we did set a record for my challenge, which I'm quite happy with. And that is going to do it for tonight. I think that deck was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Here's that deck. We had a deck that had far too many of its starting deck cards, and really only a couple ways to deal damage. Prime among those was the bomb, and then surprisingly one of the other ones that did a lot of damage was Noxious Fumes, the one copy of Noxious Fumes that we had. And somehow we survived. Somehow we survived through all of that, and even beat the Awakened one as our boss. I think we did an amazing job with this challenge on the Silent Ascension 6. Every other one, we died in floor 23 or 24, and we had trouble, but this Silent made it the distance. Alright, well, thanks for coming. I will play more Slay the Spire in the future, with more challenge runs, of course. Hopefully I can see you next time.